Hello everyone, it is Joe here from Omnipoke, the channel that brings you guys everything Pokemon. If you're looking for PTCGO codes, including the stuff from Lost Origin, make sure you check out the Potown store. You can get a 5% discount on your order using that code Omnipoke. For today's video, we're going to be trying out Hisuian Zoroark VSTAR, a very interesting and powerful VSTAR coming out from Lost Origin. It builds around its first attack here, the Ticking Curse, for 2 colorless. You do 50 times the number of each of your Pokemon in play that have damage counters on it. And we get a few extra cards from Lost Origin to really make this possible as quickly as turn 2. We also have the Phantom Star V-Star power here that allows us to discard our hand and draw 7 cards. This is really good for a combo deck like this so that we can try and see more of cards in our deck in the early stages so we can try and get a combination working. Ticking Curse can do 300 damage if all 6 of your Pokemon have counters on them, down to 280 if we're using a double turbo energy, but we also play water energies and captures in this list, so we can have the requisite 300 and then belt our way up to even KO V max Pokemon, which is really powerful. So I like having this option in here where you have a combination of Melony energies as well as capture energies and DTEs, so we can actually reach V maxes very capably as well. So I really like having this Hisuian Zoroark, really interesting card to build around. The other new things we get from Lost Origin to damage our stuff: the Gengar self-damages and can pull itself from the discard pile directly onto the bench and puts 3 counters on itself. So naturally throughout the game we're going to try and get a couple Gengars into the bin so we can pull them directly onto the bench and self-damage, which is great. So they're immediately 50 times for your Ticking Curse. But not only that, we have the Damage Pump item card, which is a really interesting one in this deck as well. You can move 2 counters from one of your Pokemon to your others in any way that you like. So because Gengar always have 3 on itself when it comes into play, you can pump to 2 different targets. So 1 Gengar and 1 pump as a combination then turns your Ticking Curse into a plus 150 damage, which is really powerful. We already had the Gapejaw Bog Stadium that's also going to be a 4 of in this deck list. It can put 2 counters on a Pokemon when it comes into play from the hand. So that's really awesome. It means we're naturally damaging our stuff, which we have to be a little bit careful about, and does make our guys that little bit more squishy, but it is all adding towards this Zoroark damage output. It also means that we naturally have 4 counter stadiums to par for the peak, so that we can use our Phantom Star as well as our Radiant Greninja, which I am playing. I do see a lot of lists play Radiant Hawlucha, but I still like the option of Greninja. You're still drawing more cards. You're a combo deck at the end of the day. You need to hit your bogs at the right time, your pumps, and having Melony in here is really nice because it works towards this option of not needing the reduction of double turbo to knock out 3 prizes pretty nicely with Choice Belt. Similar to the Radiant Hawlucha that's sometimes played in the deck list, but I personally like having Capture Energies and Waters because it then allows us to have even more access to early basic Pokemon, of course. Even though the Capture does have anti-synergy with Bog, you can always fix it with Damage Pump later, just for early access to your basic dudes, of course. But also because we have a very strong attack, Void Return, for 0 energy on your Hisuian Zoroark. You just do a 30 hit and run. And because we're so good at racing 2-2-2 prize maps, you want to be the first person to take the 2 prize knockout, right? So we can jump into a Diancie, protect ourselves from a boss's orders if need be, or we can use Empoleon V. This massively impressive damage output really doesn't do too much against 1 prizes, but Empoleon V really is helpful. This Emperor's Eyes is very disruptive to a number of the 1 prize decks in format right now, and just engines in general. When it's in the active, your opponent's basic Pokemon have no abilities except Pokemon with a rule box. This really disrupts the new Lost Zone engine, actually, because Comfey is something that is spammed in the opening stages by the Lost Zone players to build up towards Cramorant attacking, which also wouldn't work, or building up to Mirage Gate to accelerate their expensive attack costs. So Empoleon is a real thorn in the side of the Lost Zone decks, and was also very helpful against Regis, which would otherwise be a very scary matchup, and random like Luna Rocks and such. So a lot of the 1 prize decks that we would otherwise fear, we can try and block with Empoleon quite nicely. The other way that I could foresee having a better time into 1 prize decks would be having something like Dunsparce to block our fighting weakness, and then have things like Sharon's Care to try and bounce our Zoroarks in a similar way that you would try and bounce Arceus in 1 prize matchups. You can do a similar thing here as well, because let's not forget we are a colourless type at the end of the day. But at the moment I'm going down the Empoleon route. I know Swirling Slice isn't ideal damage output, but it's only really attacking in situations against like Regis and stuff when we're in a bit of a panic anyway. But I do like having this option. Then we have a 1/1 Bibarel. Honestly, I'd like to have more spaces, but these pumps take up a lot of room, to be honest with you. Otherwise, it's just ball search cards, a couple switch outs, because we do like to hit and run with our Void Return into some chunky stuff, like the Empoleon and the Diancie. We also have high retreat cost on the Gengar and the Bibarel, so just things to bear in mind there. I'm playing 4 Research, as well as 4 Boss's Orders, because we have a lot of discard in this deck. Also why I'm playing a 4/4 Zoro line. Because with the combination of Phantom Star and Research, sometimes you just will be discarding things along the way. Not much you can really help with. But having access to Boss as and when you need it is really important in these multiple prize matchups, as we've seen over the World Championships, where it was 4 Boss's Orders in the winning deck list just because you need it as and when. So, yeah. Otherwise, pretty straightforward list. Like I said, Dunsparce could easily come into the deck. Manaphy could easily come into this deck list as well, if you really wanted to. Radiant Hawlucha is an alternative to Greninja, but, you know, I'm a Greninja fanboy. Drawing cards is too busted. This is obviously helpful against things like Mew and such. But you can still get around Mew. You can either go for the combination of Water and Capture Energies plus Belt to hit the full 330, or if you can just, like, deal with the Oricorio anytime, you can then just use the classic double turbo Belt play as well. So, yeah, those are the reasons why the list is how it is. I kind of like Zoro, to be honest. It's sometimes a little bit frustrating because unlike the Inteleon engine or having Starbirth at your disposal, you're kind of just hoping that your big digs into the deck with Research and Phantom Star are enough. So there can be times where you whiff and you feel pretty bad. But all in all, I think it's a powerful archetype. It hits high numbers as well, so a few things to like here for sure. Let's see how it all comes together. I've seen some interesting variations of Zoroark already. Not many people are playing the Melony that I'm playing, but I am low-key a fan. Also means we don't instantly scoop to whatchamacallit as well, Duraludon, which is like a low-key benefit, I guess. Not a huge deal. Alright, looks like it's going to be most likely a Palkia or a Kyurem deck here. Going first is obviously pretty busted. Get some mulligans, love to see that. Alright, thanks to some mulligans, our hand is insane now. Let's bog and start benching stuff. Definitely sequencing is an important factor of this deck for sure. I want to basically hold everything else, don't I? I think I like just attaching active and keeping Ultra Ball for V-Star next turn, or possibly something else, like Bibarel if need be. So I don't think I want to throw away the Greninja to draw cards. I think I just want it. Sorry, throw away the energy. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, it's actually really nice to not require double turbo, because it can allow me to boss KO a 220 hit point Pokemon so much easier. So I think I like this option, especially if the bog stays and they go down to a 200 hit point Pokemon. It would be great. Do I want to put down Diancie or Empoleon just to make things easier? No, I like the fodder. I think it's good fodder for next turn. I can do like Quick Ball into Ultra Ball, Zoro V-Star, draw a ton. Very good opening. Always a nice thing to see the bog early. The bog is one of the key pieces that allows us to go wide on the bench. It will mean that damage pumps look pretty dead for a few turns, but that's because we've got it in the right way round. The damage pump is best when I have to bench stuff pre-bog, and then the damage pump sort of retroactively fixes things for you. Alright, their hand wasn't the best by the looks of things. They're just going to try and do a trapping boss play, and they're going to get some extra lads out. Right, so Melony is going to be into the flames. That's a shame, but it is what it is. I will get rid of Emperor here. I think I just want the extra Zoro down. Looks like I've prized 2 V-Stars. So searching one out is going to be crucial here. Okay. Let's damage ourselves. Let's pump off of this guy. Here, and then let's Zoro V-Star. Don't want to muck around with Bibarel here. I just want to make sure I'm hitting the outs. Fresh 7 seems good. Alright, not ideal. I really don't want to have to balloon the bench, but it does open up a lot of my outs. Let's do this. Grab this guy. I definitely like belting here. Do I like ballooning? I think it's okay. It's not great, but I'll do it just for the outs. Don't want to whiff an attack. It would feel so silly. Okay. Pretty good going. Do have Gengar in the bin to play around Echoing Horn, so I guess I play it proactively. Can now just attach. Do I want to draw much with Bibarel, or do I just save this sort of stuff? I think I don't really need these cards, right? I think you have to be careful if you don't want to throw away too many of these Pokemon, because it is awkward. But because I play 3 Gengar, you're kind of allowed to get rid... I can get rid of 1 more pretty happily. You always want to still have fuel to re-bench stuff, right, as they take KOs on you. Let's see a couple more cards. All in all, pretty strong turn. I actually have no more Zoroark in the deck, so I'll hold this Incense for now. A 280 turn 2, pretty good. It's the stuff dreams are made of. The opponent can quite happily come in and candy Intel here with a Raihan play, perhaps, but I'm already holding on for boss next turn, and I can definitely take out some 2 prizes here. If they can't do candy shenanigans, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Best thing they can do is just bench 2 Palkias, really, and I still chase one of them down. It's going to see an Irida. Palkia Bucket sounds very reasonable. They're going to take a little bit of bog damage. Actually pretty relevant sometimes as well. Can really improve your numbers. They're even attaching to the active. I do not like that. Sorry, to the bench. I do not like that, because I'm always going to chase them, right? They can continue to deal here. If they want to. They probably need to get another Palkia down, otherwise they're just toast. Like going into Greninja. Greninja's dangerous enough that it might tempt me to not KO, actually, which is kind of funny. Not KO the bench, I mean. But I think I basically always chase the Palkias here. Because they have to come in with Palkia anyway, next turn. Let's see the next deal. This is pretty much the ideal board state, right? I've got Bibarel and Greninja to protect around hand disruption. Didn't have anything too painful off research or Phantom Star. I'll be able to start getting more Gengars in the bin next turn. Is he a Leon? That's such a strange choice. That can't be right. Give me that guy. Let's get rid of a Gengar proactively, just to protect around stuff. But yeah, they're just toast. I don't know what a Leon's doing there. I think something's weird with their prizes or something. I don't know what's going on. They got to take second Palkia there, right? They can't just concede to a boss. Anyways, let's get into the next game. We move swiftly onwards. Looks like we'll probably be going second here. I lied. I'm going first. What are they playing that wants to go second? Lunatone? That's our mulligan. Well, we can definitely troll Lunatone with Empoleons. Ah, it is Lunatone. Well, I'm going to troll them with Empoleon. Oh, I prized one. Feels bad. They're not going to like that, I don't think. Empoleon V. I feel like when they designed Empoleon V, they designed it to be a playable card like on the get-go, and it just never really was. But now might be its time. Not because of Lunatone, of course, mostly because of Comfey, but... Looks like they're short of Psychic Energy right now as well. Couldn't even Sun Energy if they tried. Cycle Draw incoming. Oh, Lunatone. When will you learn? Not the best, actually. We even whiffed V-Star. Pretty unfortunate. Could hit Melony here as well, of course. Never lucky. I guess I'd bench one of these. I really don't want to attach, because I need to Greninja again next turn. Yeah, just a whiff. They've come with the ropes. Okay. Send in the ropes. It's only really a problem if they can get, like, 2 guys going. It's their first Psychic in the bin. Big research coming down. Not really behind this whole extra Lunatone on the bench, but here we are. Okay. I'd really like this Greninja to not troll me here. Okay, not trolled. Love to see it. Right, let's get some damage pumped around. Still can see a lot of the deck here. So I think I go double turbo V-Star power. We have 2 balloons in the deck. I'm gonna lose to Lunatone even though I play double Empoleon. I'm about to be so triggered. My goodness, this is literally unlosable. But we prized an Empoleon and somehow have whiffed for 3 turns to attack. It's unbelievable. This is literally unbelievable. How are they still in this game? I will never know. Alright, let's pass. I saw 16 cards. Ring. Oh man. We're really in trouble if they can boss this turn and get a preliminary hit on us. That's when we're really in trouble. Alright. We really need to find our Empoleon from the prizes quick sharp if we're going to win this game. Sheesh. Oh, you are such a troll, game. Okay, let's do this. And let's just swirl. Show me another Empoleon, please. It's pain. It's suffering. It's one single tear. Maybe we still win by being too big. And 1 turn off Sun Energy is already a problem for them, right? Probably. Hopefully. Maybe. Alright, we're stabilizing. Which is an embarrassing thing to have to say. Oh dear. Well, Empo? Never Empo. They need to boss this turn. I'd be surprised if they don't have Gust here, though. We can get some tones back. Yeah, there's a boss. So am I meant to slice with Empoleon again here? Means they can only manually attach. Yeah, I guess it's right. They go down to 2. But that's basically it, right? Can't believe we're not going to win this game. This is literally unbelievable. Maybe we win by being just too big with these guys. Like, the fact that they weren't able to do any Sun Energies this turn might just be the end for them. Let's hope. I'll bog it as well while I'm here. Do this to play around rope. Down to the wire somehow. Two boss down. How many do you reckon they play? Monka. Oh no. Oh no. Gulp. Freaking yikes, dude. I can't believe this is like the 5%er where you actually lose this matchup. Unbelievable. Never gonna find her Empoleon. Mr. Late to the party. Rigged. Content. I've been contented. No. The betrayal. Imagine losing this matchup. Insane. I'm so embarrassed. Freaking... I've seen one rope from them as well, and they just had it. Oh, so sad. I'm actually sad right now. Like, upset sad. Insane. Well, that's a laugh, innit? Let's get another game in. I don't know how I've lost a game against Lunatone with the deck I've built. It's literally unbelievable. I had Empo active turn 1. Ah, let's shake it off and get another game in. Unbelievable. This hand is atrocious. I feel like this video is going downhill. But you know me. I don't just show the highlight reels, I show the sadness as well. You get the full range of emotion on the Omnipoke YouTube channel. Warts and all, as they say. Ah, Pog. I hit the research. Okay. Let's do this, let's do this, let's run away. Greninja good, Bog good. Oops. V-Star for next turn. Not really any great place to run, but I guess we're going into Greninja. We get to poke as well, which is actually relevant. A relevant poke. Alright, they're going to go Bibs. Sure, -1 with Cologne, why not? Alright, not seeing any sign of cross switches, so feeling pretty good about this. Excuse me. Are they just gonna rapid freeze? There's no way. There's no way. Alright, another quick ball. Crobat time, they're not done yet. Gonna see a switch. They can Star Portal KO. Feels sus, but a prize is a prize is a prize is a prize, I guess. Ah, they play their own Emperor. Nice. Such sick artwork. We see a Guru fill up the board as well. Evolve and Glaciated World? Oh, here we go. What's it called? Yeah, Glaciated World. I got it right. Did he Wisdom like a genius? Did he predict that he would Wisdom into the V-Star? V-Max? Nope. So he's resetting the top deck with the chance to hit the dream. Oh, the dream! The blind Glaciated World! Insane! He gets to save his V-Star power. Broken play. Insane. Gotta give it to him. That was sick. Okay. Right. Gotta give it to him. When you're right, you know. Bog. Our hand's insane, by the way. Can we response KO is the question. Looking looking likely? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Pump. Bop. And now they don't have a V-Star power, so they have to get another Max Frost off here. This guy's at 290, so for me to do the dream, I need to either Melony attach some basic energy, like basic energy and capture, or I need to find my next belt. Glaciated World comes off. I didn't even realize it was there. My alternate line is to this turn just Gust KO this guy, or I guess I would target one of these things instead, and then try and deal with this guy because I already have the energy here. But yeah, losing the Greninja to draw more cards has been a bit stinky here. I'll be honest. They need to put another guy down, because they need to give me credit for actually KOing this in response, because I've put the 40 damage already on, and I dealt 310 last turn. So they've got to give me credit for it, right? They have to put another 2-prizer down. Yeah, they do. Okay. I'm going to have to get rid of a lot here. Get rid of 3 of their energies. Alright, so this guy's up. Well, I guess it's just a boss. It feels really bad. But it's all I have, right? It's because we're at... I'm at 290 right now. If I just bench this guy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 30. But then the reduction. So I guess I get rid of 1 Bog and switch. Just to get my next guy. And then we're in the land of prizes and top decks to save us. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 23, so I can just boss this. It means that I have boss plus energy is like top deck plus prizes outs. Alright, need some help here. That's not helpful. That is helpful. That's very helpful. Maybe vital, actually. So now if I top deck DTE, or if I can Melony into something. So yeah, I have DTE, I have Research, Melony. All as great outs on the top of this deck here to win. They can still hand disrupt, of course. Honestly, I don't think a Marnie would be bad. They've already got rid of a Roxanne, so I don't think I'm getting Roxanne. I think I'm more likely getting Marnied, if anything. Just the Max Frost. Okay, so we're in top deck mode, guys. It's crushing. It's soul destroying. No, not like this. Freak. Where's my Crobat, yo? What are our outs? We had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We didn't have a lot. We didn't have a lot. Our mid game just stumbled at the death. Crobat. Ah, I hate to see it. Ah, it's so sad. There we were, ready to rumble. Rats. Well, it's been some upsetting games, not gonna lie. I feel like on another day, we get a better rub of the green there. I saw literally one draw supporter all game. You know. Doing Greninja for style points. Seems good. But yeah. It was in our grasp. Maybe I need to make space for that Crobat. Crobat would have been obviously a big push there. Is it just Crobat diff that I'm missing? I don't even know what I cut to fit in a Crobat, honestly. Maybe down to 2 Gengar, but I really like 3, and I feel like you need at least 2 in play in most games. Maybe it's a pump, but that feels horrible. Maybe I go to 1 Empoleon, so I'm going to prize it anyway against the important matchups. Let me know your thoughts down below, but that was soul crushing. I feel like the deck has a lot of legs. I feel like my list is okay, and don't let like the terrible RNG losses make you think that you shouldn't play the Captures and Waters, because I think they're correct. But tough rub of the green today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back for another one tomorrow. Cheers.